Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more to the meta. So once again, I want to go ahead and show you some defensive gameplay. This game came down to the wire. I actually was in the hole against this opponent by 2 scores, down 14-0 going into the second half. And I was able to go ahead and pull out a victory against this guy. Basically just trying to stop this guy's offense. After the game, I was just like, what offense was this guy running? He was running a lot of unique plays, quick snap plays, and I had a hard time stopping his offense initially based on his reads, his tendencies, and what he liked to do. But eventually I was able to go ahead and lock him down based on some of the things that he felt comfortable with based on that. So I ended up kicking the ball off to this guy. He took the ball in the first half, and I got the ball in the second half. That's always the best situation. You always want to go ahead and defer. He sat here on the ball, so he might have been like fiddling around with his controller or something like that, and basically I got him down on the 2-yard line. So when I'm seeing something like this, I'm like, okay, you're down on the 2-yard line. I'm going to go ahead. I don't care what type of formation you come out of. I'm going to send the house and blitz the hell out of you to make sure that you get rid of the ball faster. I'm going to get like myself a cheap and easy safety in that type of situation. So I get him into a 2nd and 9. He comes out of gun doubles in this type of situation. So I go ahead and once again light him up the blitz, bring my guys down. I'm more worried about the slot defender than the tight end, just because he's going to get off the line a little bit better. Pressure comes in off the edge, and this guy had a tendency of basically getting rid of the ball right before he took a sack. You'll see this throughout the gameplay. So now I go ahead and use a man blitz against him. I've got everything manned up. I should have blitzed my middle linebacker because the pressure does not come in because he did block his running back, so that was a smart adjustment by him. He wasn't doing 5 wide after I showed him a blitz on 3 different occasions. He's able to go and pick up a good 28 yards on that series right there. So now he jumps into a trip set. 4 wide receivers off to the right side. I think what I did is I did drop a defender into a flat zone just because there was an extra wide receiver out there. And I'm just looking for anything crossing over the middle. And this play actually, it was like a delayed screen play that he ran against me. This guy liked to do everything underneath. He did a lot of screen plays and stuff like that. And because I like to run a lot of match coverages and zone coverages, screen plays are very effective against it. So he tries to run play right here, actually picks up a first down. So 2nd and 1, he picks up first down. Now he jumps into the spread, and I jumped into quarters. I don't like the leverage of this defender right here. He's actually a little bit too far in. So I think because I did have 3 wide receivers with the running back and 2 over here, what I did is I think I might have dropped the flat zone out here just to go ahead and put someone else out there in that area. Slid the line over just to go ahead and do that, and I wanted to put myself in a situation that if he tries to run, I can actually go ahead and shoot the gap on the backside. And I actually just went with a QB contain. He does a run play. It looks like almost like a draw play. He picks up 7 yards. So everything's underneath, running with different formations, no really tendencies. He's not spamming a lot of the same plays. Now I go ahead and press my guys down. I want to get people in the box in this type of situation, and he actually goes ahead and does a play action, and everything's matched up perfectly. But look what this guy does. With Bo Nix, he's able to go ahead and pick up a first down with the scramble. So I think I had QB contain out there, but he's able to do that. That was the Achilles heel against this guy's offense, is that if he didn't see things, he liked to watch his plays break down. And if he didn't see things, he would actually take off and scramble this quarterback, and he was getting away with some really crazy stuff. Right here is kind of like a vertical flood concept where the wide receiver rolls in and then actually comes out. So the way the concept works is that he's kind of got like something going like this, and the wide receiver will motion out and then come back in, and he actually pops the wide receiver, which kind of works like a makeshift screen. So you can see he picked up a really good check of change right there on that play. And you can see the motion swing play was one of the plays. This is the offense I really had a hard time with, this bunch out of this running gun formation. You can see once again motion out there. I got a guy out into the line, and I don't have a spy up, and as a result he actually runs with this quarterback and he picks up 4 yards. So I go ahead and adjust my zone drops with my flat defenders. put him at 5 yards. I'm going to do a QB contain. I got an edge blitzer off the edge, and I just want to go and just see if he could get the ball in. He runs in with his quarterback. My defender doesn't respond to it, and he is able to fall in and get a touchdown against me. On the previous series, I misread the leverage. No, that was actually a good call. I just threw the ball a little bit too early on a deep comeback route. He's able to pick me off and get a situation where he's got the ball pretty close. So he's in this heavy set. So I'm going to basically go ahead and hit this guy with some very aggressive man pressure. Pressure comes in. He actually hits like a little screen play. So this guy was running a lot of screens. Everything was underneath. He wasn't stretching the ball vertically, but he was really forcing me to go ahead and defend against any kind of underneath stuff. Right here, a little curl. So this guy was just checking everything down. If he read man coverage, he would do curl routes. I know how effective this stuff is just because it's a part of my offense. It's something I actually do. Right here, he had a slant play that froze his read, and as a result, I'm able to go ahead and get him into a 2nd and 10 situation. Now I switched things up a little bit. I decided to go ahead and use a cover 3 match. I've showed a man blitz on this a couple times. I've got a curl flat out here. I'm going to take this guy, drop him up into a deep zone. I'm going to mug in the middle of the box and try to fill this gap over here. Let's go ahead and see if that's my responsibility. Mug in the gap. And you see, I actually get out of position. He throws right to my defensive back, Ramsey, and I get an interception. So another situation where I'm getting the ball down to the end zone. I misread the ball. It's a play that I threw into my scheme late, but I really haven't labbed it up too much. And as a result, he gets the ball down to the 16-yard line. So I'm going to jam right now. Basically, it's 2nd quarter, 30 seconds left. He's using just the basic verticals concept. So this guy comes in, this is an angle route, and this guy actually kind of comes out. My responsibility is to cover up this defender and see what will happen with Walker. I'm carrying. I just couldn't get over. I knew exactly my responsibility. I was in position. I just couldn't get over. I had my back turned on that type of situation, and as a result, he's able to go and throw a touchdown. So I'm down 14-0 against this guy. 3rd quarter. Situation. I scored a touchdown, and now it's a situation where I scored a touchdown against him, chewed up a lot of clock, and he's in a situation, if he scores or gets a field goal, he's kind of in the driver's seat because he's going to be up by 2 possessions, and this guy's willing to take everything underneath. He doesn't try to stretch the ball out too far, makes pretty good decisions. Right here he goes with a little stretch play, and look at the blocking. This guy was really good with running. Like, he's using this team, he scrambled his quarterback and made different reads. If this guy was playing with a team such as like the Ravens, he'd be a lot better because he wouldn't be getting any kind of bad animations. Because obviously the Ravens have a really good roster. They've got a good quarterback and all that kind of stuff. Now he gets to auto motion play. Never seen this before. Look, it just completely stretches vertically. Right there, he just pops me for easy yards. And I'm just like, okay, man, this underneath stuff is just killing me. It goes with the same play, I think he flips it to the other side. So now I go ahead and hard flats, but I actually had my guys man to line. And right here, you can see I have to go out and defend against that. And I set my spy against him. That was kind of the adjustment I was doing. I was putting up one of my edge defenders into a spy because they had enough speed to be able to keep up with this guy. I couldn't use a guy in the middle of the field. Once again, I got guys man to line. I'm a baseline kind of person. I just left it on because I was using an aggressive double A gap blitz previously. Hard flats off to the right, get a nice little block shed in this type of situation, but he still falls forward for 3 yards. So even if he has a play that's basically wrapped up, he's still able to go ahead and fall forward. So now I go ahead and figure, okay, it's a 3rd and 7 situation. I need to go ahead and show this guy something different. I'm going to go and roll into my Okie roll defense with the hope that I'm going to catch this guy off guard. And I didn't set it up correctly. I think I've got this on a cover 3 type of alignment, a cover 2 right here with the pressure. I actually have to take away that one guy. And QB contain doesn't last. He's able to go ahead and when I push down my defenders that go and play that, my defensive back, which was right here, actually went down, and I actually had to go ahead and basically uncover that, and he actually goes ahead and makes a really good read. So this guy, after the play broke down, Made really excellent reads under distress and pressure and stuff like that. So right here, I think I jump into the cover 3 version of this and basically do QB contain once again, just to get some pressure off the edge. And I'm doing hard flats because he likes to do everything underneath. And right here, basically he doesn't know where to go with the ball. But look, he takes off once again and picks up something out of nothing. So he picked up 4 yards out of nothing. My QB contain was not doing anything against Bo Nix. Bo Nix was just chewing me up. So right here I go with the cover 2 version of this against the 2nd and 6. What I do like about this year play is that it does, if the guy runs, basically it's going to get people in. You can see the pressure. He actually went with the play action. So I actually get a sack. 3rd and 12 against this guy. So I'm in a driver's seat right now. If I can get another stop against this guy, I'll be doing really good. Now he spreads things out. I should have probably called a timeout in this type of situation. Didn't like how my defense was set up. And I had a hard flat out here, and this guy was out of position. Look at the read, man. This is a really solid read. Good decision. It was a deep comeback route that he just kind of lobbed that ball up there. That was a really, really good decision, good read. So now he's in a double set. He's got basically 2 running backs and a wide receiver. And in this type of situation, I'm thinking, okay, he's going to try to run this ball out as much as possible because he's got 2 minutes. If he gets on the other side of the 2-minute warning, he's going to chew off this clock. He's going to be up by possession. This is a situation where I need to be very aggressive with this and have a pressure against him. He gets a little bit nervous and gets rid of the ball in the screenplay. With that heavy pressure, he shows me I form. So once again, I'm going to show him the same type of situation. I'm going to press everybody down, saying, hey, you're not going to get over the top of my defenders. I'm going to send the blitz against you. And right here, he tries running the ball. I get a nice little block shed and put him in a situation where it's a 3rd and 13. I take a timeout right here to preserve some clock. And basically 3rd and 13. And I'm going to go ahead and send some pressure out. I've got this guy out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put, I think, this guy into a flat zone because he actually he's done like a corner route and an in route on the backside. I want to go ahead and freeze him with that read. So this is why I went with this adjustment right here. Guy comes out. I have to play the middle of the defender, and he doesn't know where to go with it. He takes off this quarterback, but he decides to throw the ball on a guy. I guess what he did is he playmakered the guy up because he actually took off, and actually he threw the ball up. And this is the advantage of playing against a rookie quarterback, as rookie quarterbacks will make these type of bad plays. So I end up getting a 1-score touchdown against him. He jumped in palms, and I've got a palms beater in my offense. And now he's got the ball back with 1 minute and 41 seconds left. Going with a very heavy massive man blitz. Once again, I was showing you that what he was doing. He was doing kind of like an out and then a dig underneath it. So that was one of the reasons why I actually put a kind of a sync coverage on that backside. He no huddles, 1 minute and 20 seconds left. I'm going to show the same type of a look, but now I've got a guy that's actually going to fall in his zone. He's got nowhere to go. I've got all matching principles on the back end of that. And as a result, I get him into a 2nd and 2. So I'm going to just stick with this. He goes into gun bunch. Basically, I'm going to show the same type of a look. I think what I did in this quad set, I ran the same defense. I'm going to do hard flats because he loves to do anything underneath. I've got basically 4 wide receivers over here. So I'm going to drop this guy up into the hook zone just so it kind of floods the area. I'm going to spy this guy up because he's going to take off this quarterback. So now I'm picking him on tendencies. This guy will run. If the play breaks down, he's going to look for it down in the field. He made a bad play, so he's probably going to freeze up a little bit. So look at the adjustments with the defense. You can see how this guy kind of falls back into his zone. He's going to try to hit underneath. And he does get the underneath route right there, and the defender gets blocked and actually goes ahead and gets a first down. So he has 3 interceptions against me, but his offense was really, really good in the sense that he would take what was given to him. So right here, back to gun bunch. I think I'm going to set this up once again. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up. I've got a QB spy out there. I've got to put a QB spy, and I've got hard flats. So you could see another defender. I've got to carry over that crossing route. Throws right to me. Look at this pick off that I'm going to get. Nope, he dropped the ball. So got away with one in that type of situation. That was just he's lucky he didn't get that. So this gun bunch this quad bunch situation was really, really difficult to do. So here we go. Hard flats. got hard flats out here. I've got basically quarters match on over top. I'm going to put the hook zone out here to kind of muddy things up, and then I've got a QB spy, and I'm just going to use her over the middle of the field and say, hey man, if you're gonna, I'm not going to pass rush you. No pressure's coming in, but you're not going to be able to have free range. So right here, I go ahead and send the spies. He gets himself into a 3rd and 10 situation. So 3rd and 10. Right here, and I jump into, he goes into a tight set. Now typically in tight set, what I like to do is cover 3 hard flats, and I like to have, basically cover 3, but I didn't go into the right defense. I got a little bit nervous because I was getting a little bit excited. He's using a kind of a mesh concept, hits me right over the middle of the field with a quick snap of the play, and actually gets the ball down to the 44-yard line. So I'm a little bit frustrated because I gave this up. So this is how I like to run this offense when I see someone that uses this type of play. You can see I've got QB contain. I got this guy to spy because he's been successful running with his quarterback. I'm going to play in the middle of the box and try to look for any kind of stuff. He hits me with bench. So he's got basically bench, 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 and he's got this guy underneath. And this setup basically locked everything up, and he's able. I didn't get a coverage sack against him. He's able to go ahead and get rid of the ball and not take a sack. So he goes into single back bunch. And I think I just stayed with the cover 3 match. I didn't really know what to do. I go with hard flats. He tries running the ball. I actually go ahead and get him in a situation where he only picks up a handful of yards. So he was breaking tackles and stumbling forward for stuff. How he's able to get away with this beyond me. So he goes into and single back ace. And I haven't seen this formation, but single back ace, obviously you've got your tight ends and you got your outside wide receivers. So I think what I did is I jumped into basically just an odd defense. And what I want to do is I want to send pressure, but I also want to defend against the flats because this guy has basically been throwing the flats the entire time. So here's the defensive setup. I'm sending the house. So everybody's coming. If he blocks his tight ends, it's going to get picked up. If not, someone's coming off the edge. I've got hard flats out here, and I'm saying, you haven't thrown the seam at me at all. I'm gonna give that to you if you throw it, but everything you've been doing is underneath and to the flats and to the outside. You have not thrown anything else other than that. So basically, he tries to throw a quick out, and my defender out there, Ramsey's able to go to knock that ball out and put myself in a situation. So he settles for the long field goal. So this is basically a 39-yarder or from the 39-yard line. So it's basically a 56-yard field goal. That's long, man. That's long. And if you're playing this game, you know it's a 56-yarder. You're going to have to hit this thing perfectly. And depending on his meter that he's using, these field goals are not that easy. He comes up short. So I'm able to go ahead and get the ball into the end zone after you ran some man coverages against me, and I'm able to abuse that. Get the ball in the end zone with 12 seconds left to go up by a touchdown. I could have kicked the field goal because he basically burned those timeouts. He just tries to lob the ball up. I am able to get an interception and actually pick this guy off and actually get a victory. So sometimes you just got to stay with it. I was down 14-0 going into the second half, and I was able to go ahead and stay in this game and beat this guy. This guy was really good. He was a good player, but he did everything underneath. He liked to do other things. He didn't really stretch things deep, and that was his weakness. So once again, thank you for your support, guys. Until next time.